In the late 1970s, Oakland was a tough place for a kid to stay on the right track. Growing up, Raphael Saadiq found a place where he could do the right thing and still fit in: the Oakland Boys Club. The club was so important to Raphael that he walked 3 miles to get there. Summer camp got him out of the city and onto stage, where his talent show performances set him apart. Shortly before his 18th birthday, the young bass player went on tour with Sheila E. and Prince. With his brother and cousin, he later formed the multi-platinum soul trio Toni, Toni. He's produced acts from Joss Stone to Mary J. Blige and performed with superstars like Mick Jagger and Elton John. Raphael's first solo record earned 5 Grammy nominations. His latest album, Stone Rollin', pays tribute to the soul legends who inspire him. In turn, he inspires young musicians in boys and girls clubs. Serving on the National Arts Advisory Committee for Boys and Girls Clubs of America, Raphael is helping to bring life-changing music program to club kids nationwide. Ladies and gentlemen, Raphael Saadiq.
Hello, everyone. Wow, Frank saved me for last. I don't know why, but something Frank does. But it's an honor to be here with all the Hall of Fame inductees. Who would have known? Growing up in East Oakland, California, Castlemont High School, exactly, where Mr. Frank Robinson went to the Boys Club. That's the exact same Boys Club I went to. And I did bring a couple of names. I think, somewhere. Some of the people, no last names though. Carol was like a counselor for me, and Marion Sims is still at the Oakland Boys Clubs. Sticker, Maverick Neal, and the baseball player Dave Stewart, and Ricky Henderson, one of the Oakland Athletics baseball players, same club as me. And I would just like to say, I was what they call a key latch kid, meaning my mom was at work most of the time when I came home. So I had a couple of choices. It's either to go to the boys club, play bumper pool, play basketball, or hang out on the streets of Oakland. Now, Oakland is it's a very beautiful place. It's right next door to San Francisco, Berkeley. But in my neighborhood, it was a very beautiful place, but if you walk around the corner, you could be killed in a matter of seconds. But my dad was a very hard, stern man, and my mom was not as tall as Miss O'Neill, but she probably hit as hard as Miss O'Neill. So it was no kid could make me do anything that they was doing, like, let's go do this. Somehow I would sneak off if somebody wanted to go do something terrible, like smoke weed or something. I would be like, okay, I'll meet you there, but I would honestly go the other way. So I had a very stern life, and I would just like to say the Boys Club, when I first got my membership to the Oakland Boys Club, the first year I went to a camp called Camp Mendocino, where I learned how to, I already knew how to fish. My parents are fishermen, they fish a lot. So I learned how to, to clean fish from the Oakland Boys Club, and to ride in a canoe, and I learned how to ride horses with the Oakland Boys Club. My horse name was Strawberry. I still remember my horse. I was upset when I had to come back to East Oakland and find out that I didn't live on a ranch. I lived around a lot of crazy individuals that I looked at pretty strange after my camp. And some of my friends I'm still friends with. We had a lot of talent shows in Camp Mendocino. I just like to say, right now, Oakland is in need of a lot of help. Frank knows this. I think I've heard through research that the Oakland Boys Club is the school. This club is probably one of the, I hate to use the word the worst, Frank, but it's one of the worst clubs as far as getting to the club. When you get there, once you get inside the club, it's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place, and I've been playing music since I was in the 3rd grade. Listened to a lot of jazz, a lot of music. I've always thought I was older than all the kids that was in my school, because I grew up listening to Earth, Wind & Fire and Sam Cooke you know, Duke Ellington. So even when I was at the boys club, there were a lot of bad kids in the inside of the club, but everybody pretty much learned, you know, having that cart that was like a Flintstone cart. It was so hard. Even though you wash it in the washing machine, you could still use it. But I'll say this, and this is my last story I'm gonna say. My funniest boys club story is we had a basketball team, so they give you a uniform. It was burgundy and white. So they gave me a uniform, and I guess they made me the point guard. They never told me what position I was playing, and I was a pretty good athlete in any sport. I just never played organized sports, ever. So all of a sudden, the referee kept blowing the whistle, and I didn't know why, but they were calling 3 seconds and a key on me. I didn't know what that meant. So they kept blowing the whistle 3 times, so I quit, and I never, ever played basketball again because nobody never told me what that meant. So, Boys and Girls Club, please tell the students what that meant, because I could have been making $200 million now, because I think I was that good. So I just want to thank everybody at the Boys and Girls Club for everything and all your support. Thank you.